Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lizzie. I post a lot of beauty related content here on my channel, and in today's video we are doing a full face of Revolution. There is so much new in bits that I've basically near enough got a full face, so we're going to test out a whole load of new Revolution bits. So the first bad boy we are starting with is this XX Extra Nude palette. Now this has 37 shades in it, I believe. I can now get rid of the box. It looks stunning on the actual packaging. It actually retails for 20 quid, but I got it for 15, plus I had a discount code, plus I had £5 off in points for a few new bits that I bought from Revolution in that order, and this is what it looks like. It's absolutely stunning, so I thought why not just start by doing like a nude eye, because we've got so many products to test out today. Some I have already tested out in the week, so like the blush palette and stuff like that, but then there's some stuff that I have actually left for today's video. Final item finally arrived. This is why we're doing the first impressions at the end of the week, is because I've been waiting on this bad boy. Guys, I'm running out of my eye base. What? No way. I never run out of eye bases. I have noticed, I've dropped some in the pan. Oops. I have noticed if I put too much of this eye base on, it does crease. So sometimes I used to dip in like 2 or 3 times. Now literally just dip in once because it does crease. When I saw Alex use this palette, she did 4 swatches, so go check out her video because I'm not going to swatch it, otherwise this video is going to be extremely long. I saw this shade here. She did use it in the end, I think, but this is the colour that drew me. So this is the colour that we're going to pack on in the corner. There isn't a mirror, sadly. That has packed on really well, so now I want to go in with this shade down here. It's definitely calling my name, and we're just going to blend it out because I want to stick to that kind of theme, like more berry toned. And then I'm going to stamp it into the crease on the inner portion of my eyelid. I always find that works. Now because this is extremely pigmented, I'm doing it a little bit at the time. So that is like a faint layer. Now I'm thinking of going in with this shade just to blend it all out. This is the only shade I've had a little bit of kickback in, but I haven't really had much kickback, to be fair. And you know what? That you can put this, like you can fold it over. It makes the palette a bit more practical. So if you're like a makeup artist, you can literally leave it folded on your desk. I'm hoping people can get back to their careers very soon. I'm hoping by now Boris, because I think he's making an announcement on the day that I'm actually filming this. But where would Britain be without a politician making the wrong decisions, hey? I actually want to do a spotlight eye, which I haven't done for the longest time, so I'm going to go back in with the first shade that we used and put that on my inner corner. And of course we're going to go in with a bronzy shade here for the centre. Why not, hey? That is going on really well. So while I'm putting this on, let me give you my thoughts on this palette, because I actually like it. Like, I don't think they needed to bring out a nude palette. They've got so many. But I must admit, it wouldn't have been something that I didn't add to my collection at one point or another. I would have purchased it when I had a good deal, and I did, didn't I? I purchased it when it was on a £15 introductory offer. I had £5 off in points. I had a 20% discount code. So yeah, like I did purchase things when I had a decent offer. I should have actually added, but I don't think you can use 2 codes at once, where you get an extra palette for free, and I think it's meant to be one of the Heartbreakers palette, but I forgot about that because they always send you a treat me in their little booklets, and I keep forgetting to use it because I'm sure it would be something that I already own, which I could just chuck in a giveaway for one of you guys. But yeah, I do like this palette. I've kind of gone off. It's working beautifully. The colours are very similar in tone, so it's not like you're going to see a good gradient. There's no texture forming from this shimmer, and it's working really, really well. Like, I'm only dipping my brush into it, but that's the thing about XX. It usually does work quite nicely, so it is nice to see. another palette that I can use. We're just gonna blend softly, blend the edges, because I don't like taking away from the spotlight. It is a lovely, lovely palette, and I would repurchase this again if it was like my holy grail and I used it all up, which I highly doubt. It's not a palette I would use up, there's so much in there. But yeah, let's just whack on some liner, which I will do off camera. It's the Roxy liner, I absolutely love this. And then I haven't got a primer I really enjoy. Now I know we are going to be testing out the foundation powder, so I am going to whack a primer on, because my skin would not feel great without a primer underneath. So I'm going to use my Unicorn primer drops by Barry M, sorry. I have been using this a lot, so it will give it quite a good test and see if it does work. So I'll whack those couple of things on and come back. I'll do my eyebrows with the XX pomade in medium brown. I'm actually falling in love with this tasty peach mascara. I've given it another go. I don't know, I hated it when it came out, and it's just sat in my drawer, but I'm really liking it. The more I use it, the more I like it. And then I will put on Roxy lashes. I don't know where the actual box is, but the lashes are just stuck to something over here, so I will put those on. Eyelashes are on. I've forgotten to do my eyebrows, but I'll do that at the end at some point. I want to use the Revolution Illuminating Under Eye Concealer. This is in medium light with vitamin C. I always get shade 5 in their concealer. I just feel like it matches my skin tone better. I never really care for a brightening one. However, I have been using concealers that are a little bit too light at the moment, because yeah, I just have been. So a lot of people, I noticed that their concealer was separated, but mine isn't, luckily enough. It actually looks okay, even like when you can see in the clear there that it's not all like straight up, but there is quite a bit of concealer from what I can see. There's 0.10 fluid ounces. What do I have in one of my concealed? 0.45 ounces. So there's actually more concealer in this, is there? 0.10 fluid ounces. Oh, 0.10. No, this is, yeah, so this is 0.10, this is 0.45, so there's definitely a difference. The concealer is £8 itself, and you've got to twist it. Let's see how long I'll be twisting this for. Oh, I feel like there's something coming. Nope. Oh, it's coming now. So of course it's got that applicator at the top, which I don't mind. If you're only using it on yourself, then it is hygienic. If you're using it on other people, then it's not hygienic. But if you're a makeup artist, you could probably like scrape the product onto like a little dish and use it. Here we go. Or really and truly, I'm sure you could open this. Like you could attempt to. Thought I'll put concealer on before we do that foundation powder. Ooh. There's no smell. But already I'm liking the coverage. It does feel quite luxurious compared to like when they brought out the pen before. It was like a little bit of plasticky wand. It was just not that great. Now I saw that some people use this brush for concealer from the Roxy collection, so I'm gonna attempt that. It's got quite nice coverage, you know. I like. It's got a bit of an orange undertone to it. The coverage looks really nice. I do think it's oxidizing, so we're going to do that test. There is the swipe right there, and I'll come back at some point in the video and we will test whether it is oxidizing. Now, the start of the show, which is going to be very reflective. This is the Conceal and Define Satin Matte Powder Foundation with hyaluronic acid and cannabis sativa. I got the shade 8.5 because it seemed lighter than 7 something, and it has my undertone. So this is what it looks like. You've got that little flap there. You have a little puff thing that everyone seems to use, and it gives the most coverage. So I don't know if I want to use that, to be fair. Like, it does have like some nice coverage, like nice colour. I don't know. I'm just gonna like pat it in instead of swiping. I do think this was a tad too yellow for me when it came, just a tad. But they don't have like a lighter yellow tone, probably be a tad too dark, but it's matching quite nicely. Oh, I don't know how it's going over the pores though. Okay, so far it's looking really nice. I think I might try the beauty blender. Oh, that's much better. Can you see that? That looks really nice. Like, it's showing my pores here, but I feel like maybe I could have put concealer here, because under my eyes it looks really nice. It's going on really well with the beauty blender. Bearing in mind I did give myself a facial yesterday, so I don't know how it's gonna do on drier skin, because right now my skin isn't that dry just because I did do a facial. It looks alright, you know. I'm so impressed with this. Like, it's obviously a little bit too yellow, but like I can drag it down my neck, it's not too bad. It's showing pores here and here, but mainly on this side more than this side. And my chin wasn't getting much coverage, but I put a second layer on and now it's got coverage. I do feel like if you're going to do concealer, definitely do it on the areas where your pores are going to show through. But at the moment I'd say this is really nice for like oilier skin tones, skin types. Let me check my forehead, because my forehead is always my drier area. Like, you can build the coverage up with it. This is making me really excited to buy the L'Oreal one. I'm actually just going to go into the shop and like see what shades they have, because I thought I'd be 140 and then I saw Hannah test 140 and I was like, no, I definitely won't be 140. 120 looks like too pinky toned, pale. 125 looks amazing, but it's an American shade, so yeah. I would say definitely conceal before, because oh, I need to do a bit on my tash, because I always get creases in my nose and I can't get rid of that at the moment. So yeah, I'm not sure how it's gonna do on drier skin tones, because it's kind of clinging a little bit. There is patches that you can see my skin through and I can't really cover it up, and I don't want to put concealer on and the concealer goes a little bit like it's dried now, like it's fully matte, so I don't want to put a wet product on this. So yeah, I would suggest doing a bit of concealer before, because if you keep packing, it's gonna look cakey. So I do want to put a bit of my XX Quick Fix on. So let's check out the shade of the concealer again. It's semi-oxidized. Yeah, it has oxidized a lot. I really like this tone of this, but this has gone a bit more orangey, so you do have to work with it a little bit quick, but I'm liking my skin. I'm really liking it. I have this powder brightening pressed powder. So it's called Powder Bright Pressed Powder, which is like the KKW dupe, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this under my eyes, just a tiny bit. It's not looking too cakey now that I've put some on. That's okay, that's nice. I'd have to test it out a little bit more though. I'm gonna go in with my coffee bronzer in Latte, which I think I'm about to hit pan on, because you can start seeing the lines in there. You know I've been loving this blush little thing. This is the Rose Fizz Glow. I wanted to use this as a first impressions for this video, but I completely forgot. Or the Vision one, and I ended up using both in all my other videos, so yeah. The star of the show, other than the foundation powder, is this Heartbreaker's new highlight in golden. Now, I haven't used this because I've been waiting for this video to use it. Are we ready? Now that I've used that I Heart one, this better be as good. It is a really me highlight, a bit light than I'd like to use, but that's just personal preference. It is very nice for my skin tone. Another thing that I've ordered that I haven't used, and this is from a little while ago, I think I ordered this over Christmas, and I want to go in with the bronzing brick just over where my bronzer is. I just want to put a little bit of this on. I'm really loving everything at the moment. Let's take this shade here for my inner corner and my brow bone. Like this palette, I really do. You know, lips is gonna have to be this combo, the Rosé Lip Crayon and the Hydra Bomb Clear Gloss. We have got the final look. What do you guys think? Is there anything you feel like didn't work too great? I do think this powder foundation can be improved slightly because I think it just goes a little bit patchy, but then it also could just be my technique. It's the first time I've ever used a foundation powder, and it will not be the last because I'm going to attempt the L'Oreal one, and I know there's a Fenty one. I'm not sure if I'll ever test that. It's just Fenty. It's too much money for me. Well, not too much money. It's just I rather have affordable items. It's just who I am. If I get high end, it's just because I've got it on an offer. But yeah, the powder worked okay. A little bit patchy. It might be my technique. It might be the powder. A little bit too dark. But if it was just one shade lighter, it would be perfect. The concealer, oh, oxidizes a bit, and can you see where that little thing has gone? I've actually used quite a bit of it when I didn't put that much on, so we'll see how long that lasts because it's really not got a lot of product in, but it does feel really luxurious. The palette's beautiful. Again, if you've got new palettes, you don't need that in your collection, but it is a lovely, lovely palette. Like, I'm so glad I actually went and got it in the end. What else was there? Oh, the highlight. The highlight is really blinging. I like it, I really do. So yeah guys, I really hope you have enjoyed this week of Revolution. I must admit, I've really enjoyed everything that I've used. It's made it really hard for me to use something and dislike it. I will be testing this out in a future video again, maybe in another first impression, but like an overall first impressions, not Revolution. Or I am thinking of doing a Revolution week once a month at the moment because I do buy a lot. So we haven't used the cookies and we haven't used the Heartbreaker palettes. So that's 7 palettes. So maybe I could do next month like a whole testing the chocolate chip, well, not chocolate chip, some of them, the cookie shadow palettes and the I Heart Revolution, are these Heartbreaker palettes? Yeah, Heartbreaker palettes. So maybe I could do a full week of that. Who knows, every month I just want to test a whole load of Revolution for a week. But I'm glad that I've tested this foundation. It's definitely really yellow for my skin tone, but I just have to buy a lighter shade really. I'm dropping everything. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this week. Please smash it a huge thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.